Welcome to my new video. My name is Björn Friedrich and today I'm here to show you the kipping escape. Not just the kipping escape, but in my opinion, the details about the kipping escape that is no one, and I mean really no one, teaching and telling you. You know, if you really understand the kipping escape, it works like charm. You know, it's amazing. You just get out of mount like nothing. It's a really an amazing technique. If you are training them and if you are looking for instruction, you will always see the same technical pointers, and then you will get these additional sentence which sounds like, yeah, and you have to do it for at least 6 months and it will just come. And honestly, I don't think that it will just come. You know, I don't think that it's just something that comes by time. It's something that comes from a certain understanding of the body mechanics. And so far, I have never seen anyone. I've seen people, of course, showing the technique in a correct way, but they never explain the details. The details about how you can use, how you apply the kipping escape. And I think one of the biggest mistakes about the kipping escape is the name, kipping. Everyone thinks that the kipping aspect is the most important aspect of getting out of this position, but that's not true. You know, it's not about the kipping at the end. And if you think like that, you might, you know, have problems applying it. So, enough talk, let's start with the technique. First of all, how people teach them. Usually, what people tell you is, you know, what people tell you is that you need to go concave and then you need to bring your knees in the tailbone, which is basically not a bad idea. You know, so let's say I do an upa and then I go here and then my knees in her tailbone, and now I start doing this kipping motion. And then, you know, what most people in the beginning do is they use this grip here and then they just, you know, they bench press. You know, and then you have kind of a look like kipping escape, but it's in reality it's a bench press that not working better than any other escape. It's not special. Like when you do the kipping, it's really special feeling. So when you're here and I just do my bridge and I put my knees here and then I go like, you know. So you see that looks like a kipping escape, maybe, but it's not. It has nothing to do with a real kipping escape. And if you, in my opinion, the best way to train that is not using this grip. You know, this grip is not good because this grip will lead you to the bench press. And there's nothing to do with the bench press. I would use this grip. It feels weaker in the beginning, but in my opinion, it's the best way to start because you will learn to do the real kipping, because if you do it in the wrong way, you will not have enough power. So let me show you, without a partner, what's the real secret. There are actually two real secrets about this. You know, when you're here, the key is that you not initiate the things by bridging or, you know, waving your legs. You initiate it by the core, the abs. I mean, when you do a kip, you know, it's all about core. It's all about this motion. So when I'm here, what I'm doing is, I do it slow and, you know, you don't have to do it fast. This is the main motion. This is the main motion. If you go from side to side, it's the same. You see my lower back? You know, I'm here. It's not this, it's this. You know, it's this here. That is the beginning of the kip. It's initiated with the core. It's not stuff like that or no. It's all about the core. It's all about doing this motion. This is what you need to do. when you do it in different ways, it's this what you do. It's this. You see my lower back coming up from the ground? That is what creates the movement and what will, you know, move your opponent. So let me show you what I mean. You see, I'm not, look at her head, you know, I'm not bridging up and then, no, I'm using, you see, look at her head. Look here. I'm not using my arms, this is the motion. If you do it here, you know, this is the motion. This is where you create momentum. Not by, stay there, not by, no, it's this. You're here and you're coming up here. Or you're coming from here. Or, this is the first step. Forget about bridging. Forget about any flapping movements. It's all about this. It's all about this. When you train kipping, it should not be, you should not have tired shoulders. You should have a tired six-pack, tired abs. That's where you should feel it, you know, when you train a lot. So the beginning is, forget about all that stuff, forget about all that bridging, forget about all that. It's all about this, learn to use the core to create momentum, to create the shift. Now, what's the next step? Next step is the arms. The arms, when I'm here, you see I have this position here, I control the hips, and usually, you know, what happens is my arms are below my knees, of course. You know, I'm not here in the beginning, you know. But what I do is, I'm using this, you see, and whenever I lift my opponent, my arms slide up. And the end position, let's say I do it in a straight way, is this. You know, that is what elevates her, not that. That's not what you're doing. Oh, no, no. So now, arms and core in conjunction. Here I'm connected, there is pressure, and look at her head and look at my hands. What I'm doing is, you can grab it. What I'm not doing is this. I'm here and I'm lifting, and you see, it's like my arm is filling the space. You know, if my arms were that, and I would lift her, and then I let go, I would be stuck. But I'm creating momentum with my body, and the gap I feel, I'm filling with my arms. My arms are extending into the gap that I've created by my core. So from here, I'm here, when I'm lifting, you see, versus, which is nothing. Oh yeah, going concave. No, it's not about going concave. It's about activating your lower. You see here, this, and you see when I push her forward. Look at this. My arms fill the gap. You see, that is the real key here. So instead of, you know, it's very hard to explain. You have to feel it, but it's important to understand it, because then you can change it. It's not about bridge, going concave, And you know, here, even if my position is no, because I have no connection between arms and core. The movement is not initiated by a back extension. The movement is initiated by a core flexion. You see, I want to bring her hips. She's grabbing me. And I want to bring her hips up. So I do it by this. You see, this is what I'm doing. And I use that to create a gap. And when I have a gap, I fill the gap with my arms. So she's pulling into me. Here, moving up. Not. And you know, you don't have to, it's not this. I could not even bench press her. Maybe I could do it here. Yes! But that's bullshit. You know? Here, here. You know, create momentum. You see here, oh! So, you might ask, what about the kipping? What about this movement here? Honestly, I never use that movement much. But I understand why I'm using it. The reason for using these things here is to break the lock. So if someone, when you elevate him, has still his legs crossed, then you do the lock. But honestly, most people don't have that. And when you look at the good guys, usually they don't do this flopping motion. They teach it. But when you see them escaping in a competition or in sparring, they don't do that. The main part is that they magically creating this gap and they put their legs in. And this magically created gap, or with people who are not as good but strong, they just bench press. But with the good guys, look the good guys, the real good guys. And you can see exactly this. It looks like nothing. It looks like he's not even pushing, and he is not much pushing. He's doing it with the core, you know. It's not like bridge, push, and then, no. It's just from here you lift, and you see you lift and you come up. You lift and you come up. And that makes it so easy. The arm fills the gap. And and this is pretty strong. This is a strong position. You know, this is not a very strong position. You need this, you know, feel that. When you do this, feel this. Feel this. This is the stuff you need. And then you go up again. So never forget your arms. Never forget, you know, to use your arms in conjunction with the legs. So she's pushing into me. With grab my neck and pressure, yeah. You know, you lift, you come up here. You see, I was not even doing much. As you know, but I'm not grabbing and push. I'm not going straight up, no. Or bridging and then, no. She's pushing into me. I feel the stress coming forward. I'm lifting. That's what I'm doing. She's pushing into my face, and I feel she's moving forward. So I'm just giving, you know, I'm creating space by following her. She's pushing into my face. I'm following. You see the gap here? This is what I'm doing. This is very smooth motion. She's pushing, and I'm lifting and following. Oh, easy. Instead of, you know, trying to, like I said, bridge going here and then. Yeah, if I would be strong enough, maybe I can make it work against her, but against my size, no. Okay? Not like, you know, it's like bridge, going concave, and then there's no body connection. So it's all about this motion. This motion that creates. She's pushing here. So I'm lifting, I'm elevating her. here, and even if I do it this way or that way, it's always the same thing. I'm elevating her by the core. And then I follow, I will show you last time, and then I finish this video. And then I follow with the arms. So it's never like, no. It's this. And the moment my knees, my arm is at level with my knee, it's done. You're out. You know, that's the whole motion. So last time, watch her head, watch my lower back, and watch my arms. And understand what I'm doing. I'm engaging my lower back by flexing my stomach muscles, my abs. And then I create motion, I create distance, and I'm filling the distance with my arms. And then I'm pushing up, not with my arms, but by raising the lower part of my body. That creates this crazy wobbling effect. You can't stop. It's not up and down motion. So last time, you know, here, like I said, good posture. First step, when you feel she's pushing, you know, lift. This is what you need to do. But this is just legs, you see? This is, look at my lower back. This is just legs. And if I use just legs, then I need to press, and it doesn't work. I'm not doing that. Look at my lower back. She's pushing into me, I'm doing this. See that? Very different from raising my legs and then whatever, versus raising my lower body and following. See, oh! See? So when you train that, to wrap up this video, so when you train that, forget about, in my opinion, about this grip. Use this grip. It will feel weaker, but it's okay. And then, you know, understand it's not about this. You know, it's not about this. Understand that it's about this strange wobbling motion that is hard to stop. And that motion doesn't come from any back extension, from any flexing. It comes from curling. Not from, you know, there is a difference between lifting your knees or flexing your abs. And what you are doing is you're flexing your abs. So you will push against her butt and she will come up. And by your hands filling the gap. And then you will elevate her. And that will make this unbelievable strong escape. Shouldn't say strong because it doesn't feel strong. It's just unstoppable if you do it right. And it's a game changer, for sure. And so I have to agree with all the people who say, oh yeah, the escape is amazing. The escape is amazing. But you need to learn it right. And in my opinion, you need, we spent 2 weeks for that. We did 2 weeks of training. A lot of training, but 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, it was smooth. In the beginning, we were just laying there and doing all the shit. This didn't work, you know. But after 2 weeks, after figuring out how to use the core, then things become much, much more easier. You know, and I think if you want to learn that, you don't have to waste 6 months in just doing something, or maybe in conditioning yourself to do a bench press escape, which is wrong, which is completely wrong. But you can really learn a fast and smooth escape if you apply these principles to your kipping escape. So if you have any questions, put them in the comment box below. Of course, check out Gumroad for all my crazy instructionals, crazy and unique instructionals. And yeah, share this video, like this video, give me a thumb up. I'm 100% sure, 1000% sure that this little details will change your kipping escape forever. You know, and yeah, I wish you a good week, and hopefully see you next time.